Welcome back. We've got a repair video today. This is a fault that you haven't seen before. I've only ever had it once in the past, so I'll show you around the other side of the machine. Here you'll see on this side you've got this here. This is the end of the shaft on the bottom of the jaw, and if I show you what's happened, you walk around this side, you'll see the shaft has snapped, and this is the result. So this has fallen out with the bearing's partially shattered, and that is 40mm steel shaft has snapped, which I think just demonstrates the sheer force that this machine generates when it's crushing. You're probably looking at 60 tonne of force down the bottom, and over a period of about 1,000 hours it's finally given up. I've only ever had this happen once, and from memory it was the biggest job I'd ever had to do, because to get that shaft out involved a gas axe, grinding. It just took a real long time. So it's not a job I'm looking forward to. I won't show you every single detail because it involves a lot of taking apart, but I'm going to try and demonstrate what's involved and how long it's going to take. So I'm going to start stripping the machine down. What I've got to do is I've got to get this bearing block back to here so I can get this bearing block out. I've got to lift the jaw up, which involves taking the plate off on the top. And then I'm hopefully can undo the other side and drive the shaft through. If I can do that, fit a new shaft, put a new bearing block on here, new bearing, should be good to go. The time now is 9:30. It's Bank Holiday Monday, so let's crack on and see how we go. Progress report. It is at 10 o'clock. I've managed to get these out. They fit, hard to show you, but they fit inside the jaw and go onto the shaft. There's two of those, and there's two keyways. One keyway, the bolt was snapped, but that doesn't matter because it's snapped inside the shaft, which is broken. I've got both of those out. I sprayed WD-40 on. I've managed to start driving the shaft out, so you can see it's come out by that much. So I'm hoping that I can go around the other side now and just drive this shaft forwards, but I've got to put the forklift or the strap on now to lift the jaw up slightly, because if I take this shaft out, the jaw will drop down. And then, of course, I won't be able to get the new shaft in or the bearing block fitted. So I'm going to go now at driving this shaft out. I'll put the forklift on top of here. I'll get that lifted up. While the jaw's open, I've got a tiny bit of welding to do on this curvature plate here. It's cracked, and I think it's cracked because basically what happened was, as the bearing gave way, the jaw twisted, and of course this then rubbed and twisted slightly. It won't be as good as Gary's welding. It'll just get me out of trouble for now. I've actually got some of these on order anyway, so if it breaks, I'll just wait for a new one to turn up. But for the moment, this is usable. So I'm quietly confident, I shouldn't jinx it, that I can get this jaw out. Sorry, I can get the shaft driven out and the new shaft put in. I'll show you a new shaft in a second once I've got this driven out. I've also got some teeth to put in this jaw. They were crushing some rockery stones, and I think some of them were a bit probably hard. So they've obviously cracked some of the teeth. They've snapped the teeth off. So while the jaw's open, I'll do that. And that's going to get a good steam clean and a bit of a service, so I'll be ready for the next hire. So fingers crossed I can get this shaft driven out now. So I've driven the shaft out. There you go, you can see where that bit snapped off from there. Shaft is out. It's done a little bit of damage on the end of this. I'm just going to grind that off best I can. Not so worried about this. That's basically where it's twisted inside, which I suspect is what's actually shattered this. Don't have many more of these left. A totally obsolete part now. And I don't even look into getting these made. So I'm going to use a second-hand one on the other side, and I'll use a new one on here. At least then that'll be set up. So I'm going to just grind this off now, get the new shaft driven in, bolted up with the keyways inside, etc. Once that's done, I can slide the bearing blocks on both ends and then grease it up, and we should be good to go. Then I've got the jaw to repair, a bit of welding, and the teeth to put in. So it's now 10 past 10. Good progress. Right, folks, time now is 20 to 3. I did stop for an hour. Right, I've had to completely reverse what I was doing. I went to put the jaw in and I could not get the bearing blocks to move here. It's because all the metal under here had got fouled up. So I've just ground it back now. These slide back and forth as they should. And as you can see, I've taken the jaw out completely. That's good because I can get some new teeth in there now much easier. I'll get the teeth in and then I'll concentrate on getting this jaw back in. So I've kind of had to go several steps backwards to go forwards. There was no way of doing it otherwise. I was going to break a bearing or something. So next step, get the jaw teeth in and get the jaw back in here and go back to the last step. Right, apart from picking up the tools, see I used rather a lot. This is all done. I've just got a steam cleaner machine now. I've greased it all up, everything's working. This is now sliding back and forth as it is, or as it should. Welded up the top of the jaw just there, and the jaw has got new teeth. I think the rockery stones probably smashed them up. Yeah, good steam clean, and then this will be ready for hire. Time is 10 to 4, so it's taken most of the day. Unfortunately, it was going back a step to take the jaw out. Wasn't very helpful. But anyway, it had to be done. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. It means it's going to be back up and running, which is good. Catch you on the next one.